Hello and welcome back to another video. Once again a response to TRexSpaceStation Ben and another bout of community collection questions. So I'll leave a link to his channel down below. Be sure to check it out if you've not already. And obviously if you like what you see, subscribe. So I kind of like these questions that he asks because it gives me the opportunity to talk about the games in my collection and my experience with playing them. So to start off with, question one is a game with aliens in it, and I've tried to vary things up as much as possible, you know, not just going with the really obvious answers, although I could give loads of answers for these questions, you know, on a different day I could show you 5 completely different games. So the first question is a game with aliens in it, and I've chose Charge and Blast on the Dreamcast. Really like this, it's an interesting title. It's a little bit underrated. The control scheme takes a little bit of getting used to. Basically there's 3 lanes and you press the left and right trigger to change your position. You use the analog stick to control a reticule and then you press the buttons to fire. So there's various different shots available. As the name implies, charge and blast. So you do have to wait a little bit of time for certain weapons before they'll recharge and you can actually fire again. So there is a little bit of strategy to it. It's very fast paced, fantastic end of level guardians, you know, like Godzilla, huge screen filling monsters that you know, really show you what Sega was so good at back in the late 90s, 2000s in the arcades. So this is a dead cheap game to pick up. I think I bought this sealed NTSC for about £7. I don't think the PAL version is much more expensive. Definitely recommend checking it out if you get the chance. So the second question is a game you got for a bargain price, and I could give you so many answers for this. A lot of these games I got for a bargain price, especially when you look at the market today and how much things have increased in value. But the one I'm going to talk about is a game I got from Leicester Market, and I actually got several games that day for this price, and they were £2.50 each, and it's Michael Jackson Moonwalker. Now, what was really impressive about this at the time was this was, you know, just after Michael Jackson had died, so everyone was going crazy. If you looked on eBay, people were paying stupid money, really. It's come back down to a more sensible level now. People were paying like 40 or 50 quid for a copy of Michael Jackson Moonwalker when I got mine for £2.50, and it's in absolutely spanking condition. I remember the guy on Leicester Market saying to me, "Oh, you're dead lucky because a lady's just come and traded all these in and I've not had a chance to price them up, so they're £2.50 each." So I remember I got Sonic and Knuckles, I think, as well, in really nice condition on the same day. So yeah, I think it's more iconic, this game, than anything else. I wouldn't say I really enjoyed playing it. It's a little bit boring. I'd rather just play Shinobi or something. But in terms of the fact it's got Michael Jackson and his connection with Sega itself and the development of the game, the launch of the Genesis, the music in Sonic 3, it's just a nice one to have, and for £2.50 you don't leave those deals behind, do you? So question 3 is a game you've owned for more than 10 years. Again, I could have given you quite a few examples here, but the one I've chosen is Teenage Mutant Hero. That's right, I said Hero. Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan on the Game Boy. Absolutely played this to death. Many a car journey on this, I can tell you. And I always used to just take all my Game Boy games out, keep them in plastic cases. I just had the boxes on a shelf in my bedroom. So even when I was like 12, 13, I was kind of had the collector mentality, or I suppose I just I've always liked to look after things. So yeah, you can't go wrong with the Turtles. What happened was I got my Game Boy for Christmas. I think I saved up a bit of money and eventually I got the Turtles, like. And at the time, Turtles were massive. You know, the movie had just come out, I think like 91, 92. The movie had not long been out. You know, the cartoon series. Everybody loved Turtles. And this is a brilliant game on the Game Boy. I've also got the sequel, which is also really good. And another game I've owned for over 10 years. So, question 4 is a game with good music. And again, I could probably go on all day about this. So many video games have got really good music. But the one I'm going to choose on the Dreamcast, and it's Jet Set Radio. You just can't go wrong with the soundtrack to this. It's fantastic. I often just put this on and play in a track mode where I'm doing things around the house, just hear the music playing around in the background, and just really funky, really cool, really fresh. Just great music. and there is a few variations. I think I've also got the American version. I think that's got a couple of different tracks, but would totally recommend this game. I did get a bit stuck towards the end, like right near the end, but graphically, just this the whole thing about this game. It's an experience, and I would certainly recommend checking it out if you've not already. And this is dirt cheap as well, really cheap. So I think you can get that easily less than a tenner. So there's no reason not to own it if you've got a Dreamcast. And the last question is a game you got addicted to. Well, I'll tell you, this game, not only did I get addicted to it, I'm still addicted to it. I would have made this video response last night, but instead I wasted about 2 or 3 hours of playing this. It's Command and Conquer on the Sega Saturn, and I'm a bit of a sucker for these old strategy games. It was a close call between this and Theme Park, to be fair, but this, just because I'm just all over it at the minute, I really am. It's so cool. I think if Real War was like Command and Conquer, you know, you could be an armchair general, I'd have joined the army years ago, because I just love this kind of thing. And even though like later on the missions I'm on now, you'll play for like an hour and then you'll fail at the last minute, or your troops will get wiped out, or your units, or your base will get destroyed, and then you've got to start again. And it never ever bothers me. I'm just like, yeah, cool. I've got a different strategy this time. I'm going to move these troops over there. I'm going to set up base over there. I'm going to have some turrets this time. I'm going to build more of these units or less of those. And it just gets to the old grey matter thinking, and I do really like that. So I would thoroughly recommend Command & Conquer. Probably better on the PlayStation, to be fair. Get Red Alert, link up, thank me later. Well worth checking out if you've got a friend to play it with. But that's basically it for now. Not a lot else to add. No real updates on the channel, just business as usual. So thank you for watching. Hopefully upload some more videos soon.